I'm in love with my cousin and I don't know what to do.
I'm not quite sure how to start telling this. I've had this on my mind for weeks, and I can't find anyone I can tell without feeling judged or making them uncomfortable. I feel confused, nervous, and even a little embarrassed, but I can't deny what I feel. So I decided to write it all here, hoping someone can give me sincere advice. I'm 20 years old, and she's 19. She's my cousin on my mom's side. When we were kids, we weren't very close, we just saw each other at family gatherings, birthdays, or Christmas. We were those cousins who know each other but don't have much contact. But a few months ago, by chance, we started interacting more, especially on social media. We added each other on Instagram, and at first, we only reacted to each other's stories with hearts or emojis. But gradually, the interaction became more constant. What caught my attention were her reactions. Every time I posted a photo, she would respond with hearts or fire emojis, and sometimes she'd comment things like "so handsome" or "you look really good." At first, I thought she was just joking or that it was her way of teasing me, so I didn't pay much attention. But when I noticed she always watched my stories as soon as I posted them, I started paying more attention. I began to return the reactions. If she posted a selfie, I'd reply with similar emojis or leave a nice comment. Little by little, we started chatting via direct messages. At first, the conversations weren't very deep, but the tone became more flirty than a simple cousin chat. At first, it felt like a joke to me, but over time I started waiting for her to post something just so I could react. I realized I was thinking about her more than I should, and that scared and confused me. What really threw me off was something that happened about 2 weeks ago. We were chatting on Instagram one night, and suddenly, without thinking much, I asked her who she liked. It was an impulsive message. She replied that she liked a cousin. I was shocked, not knowing what to say. I asked her to tell me the initial, and she sent me a G, the same letter my name starts with. I felt a rush of heat, my heart was pounding. I didn't know whether to be excited or scared. I asked if she was joking, and she said no, that she didn't dare say it in person, but it was me. I was speechless and sent a blushing emoji, not knowing what else to say. Since then, we've kept talking but haven't touched on that topic directly again. From that moment, everything changed. Every time I see her at family gatherings, I can't help but look at her differently. She looks at me differently too. There's a palpable tension, a chemistry in the air. I feel like if we were alone, something could happen, but we're never alone, there's always people around. I'm confused because, on one hand, I like her and am very attracted to her, and I feel she feels the same. But on the other hand, I know she's my cousin, and that makes me feel like I'm crossing a line I shouldn't cross. I've done some research and know that in some countries it's not wrong or even illegal for cousins to have a relationship. But in my family, it wouldn't be like that. My mom and her mom are sisters, and although they get along, they are very conservative. I'm sure they'd see it as something wrong and it would be a scandal. That holds me back a lot. We haven't done anything physical, no kisses, no touches, nothing like that. But what we feel is there, present in every message, every look, every gesture. There's a special vibe and complicity I can't deny. I've thought many times about telling her I feel the same, but I'm afraid of what might happen afterward. What if someone finds out? What if we fight? What if we ruin the whole family relationship? I also worry that for her this is just a game, a way to see how I would react. I don't know her well enough to know if she's serious or not. But part of me believes she is, because the way she looks at me, responds, and acts doesn't seem like a joke. I've tried to distance myself, to stop talking so much, but it's hard. Every time she posts something on Instagram, I want to comment. If she doesn't reply, I worry, and if she does, I get my hopes up. I feel trapped in this situation and don't know how to get out. I don't want to lose her, but I also don't want to do something that harms all of us. Some friends I told, without saying she was my cousin, said that if there's chemistry, I should try. Others said I'm crazy and to forget about it. But none of them are in my place, none feel what I feel. That's why I'm writing here, seeking real opinions. What I feel for her isn't just lust or a whim, it's something deep. I like her personality, how she makes me laugh, how she listens when I tell her personal things. I know many will judge me, say it's wrong or that I should walk away. But I know there are people who have been through something similar and had to decide what to do. For now, I just wait for time to tell me if this is serious or if I should take a step back. I wish she would tell me clearly, but I'm afraid to ruin everything. Thanks for reading this far. If anyone has gone through something similar, I'd appreciate hearing how you handled it. I'm not looking for people to tell me if I'm right or wrong, I just want to understand what to do with this. After writing this, I felt a bit calmer. Putting it into words was like lifting a weight. But since then, things between my cousin and me have intensified. Our conversations became more personal and deep. We talked about insecurities, what we expect from love, our families. I felt like we connected on another level, something beyond the physical. One night I sent her a message. Hey, what if the cousin you like felt the same? She left me on read for half an hour, and I thought I'd ruined everything, but then she replied. Then I think we'd be in trouble, but it would also be nice. That's when I knew she felt the same. I wanted to run to see her, hug her, kiss her, but I did nothing. I just kept reading that sentence over and over. From that moment, everything became more intense. We sent selfies, heart emojis, songs with hints. Once she even sent me a voice note humming I like you, and I replied with another song. It was like we were dating without saying it, dancing around a flame without daring to touch it. We saw each other at our grandmother's birthday, the first time after all that virtual tension. She smiled at me with complicity, we greeted each other with a cheek kiss, but she stayed a second closer. I felt her gaze all the time and looked for hers. It was awkward but addictive. At the end of the day, alone in the yard, she said, I hate that this is so complicated. I answered. Me too. There was an awkward silence, we were about to cross an invisible line, but something held us back, fear, conscience, family. Since then, we haven't talked much. I feel we're in a dangerous zone. I think about her every day, want to write to her, but stop myself. I feel that if we continue like this, we'll get involved and I don't know if I'm ready. I'm at a crossroads. On one hand, I want to see what happens if we let ourselves go. On the other, I'm afraid someone will find out, afraid of what they might think, afraid to ruin everything. Part of me thinks this is just a phase that will pass with time. But the most honest part knows I've never felt this way, and she's the only one who makes me feel alive. That's why I'm writing this second part. Because I don't know what to do. Every day I wake up with a different idea. Should I completely distance myself to prevent this from going further? Or should I talk to her seriously and ask if she wants to try something, even if it's secret? I know many will say it's wrong, taboo, shouldn't happen. But when you're living this, it's not as simple as saying it's not right. Feelings can't be switched off like a button. So, if anyone has gone through something similar or has sincere advice, I'd really appreciate it. I'm on a tightrope and don't know which way I'll fall. Since that day, the tension between us hasn't lessened, but we still don't know what to do. We're both scared but also have desires we can't ignore. We just have to wait and see if time gives us an answer or if we have to make a difficult decision. Sometimes, when we're close, silence speaks louder than words. We feel something is changing, but neither of us knows how to take the first step without risking it all. We promise to be honest, but the fear of breaking the family holds us back. Every day is a battle between what we feel and what we think is right. We promise to be honest, but the fear of breaking the family holds us back. Every day is a battle between what we feel and what we think is right.